know, I like to know who's multi-tabling. Usually the big time multi-tablers you can run some plays on, because they're just grinding out hands and stuff. Just gonna fold. Apparently, ever since I've made some of my multi-tabling videos and posted them on YouTube, everyone thinks that I'm some kind of mass multi-tabler now. Uh, Not really. I just made the videos just to show, you know, if you wanted to play that many tables, how to do it, and, some tips on how to do them. You know, not that I do it all the time. I'm gonna raise this guy, see where I'm at, and we hit good, he hits bad, and he folds quickly. So he must not have had that strong hand pre-flop or on third street. Just gonna fold. Uh, Pretty excited. Uh, Watched some football games the other day. My team, the Indianapolis Colts, made the Super Bowl. Pretty stoked about that. Definitely going. It's going to be a good game, I think, between the Colts and the Saints. I mean, both a couple of high-powered offenses, but this is an obvious raise. It doesn't matter what I got. I got a six, and he's got a queen. I'm just doesn't matter what my cards are. He's gonna fold the ace-seven king. The old boy looked like he wanted to call, but it's a bad call. You should never be calling there. I know that I could probably have anything, but I could also have him pretty crushed, and yeah, it just wouldn't be a good idea for him to get out of line there. All right, well I've got three duplicate cards. Got the 4-5 or 8-5, and I got the 3-2, which kind of hurts my hand. But it's not a good ratio as long as there are when there are more duplicate cards out of the deck than cards that you need. It's usually a favorable, makes your hand a little bit stronger. And we hit terrible here. This guy hits, perfect. We're just gonna fold. It's better to get out of hands early on, when you're just playing for single bets, as opposed to later on when you're playing for double bets. Decide early if you're gonna go with your hand. Pretty good hand here. We got the ace down here that limps in. I was gonna raise it, but since this guy did, I'm just gonna go ahead and call behind. I don't think putting in an additional bet here is gonna force either one of these players to fold. And you do see players limp in with super premium hands in Razz, and a premium hand in Razz is like a ace 2-3. You do see players limp in with that. I'm gonna call here. Really, none of us hit very good, and I'm just not really ready to give up on the hand. I'm just gonna check and hope that everyone decides to take a free card. It's basically between me and this this player here. I'm gonna call. I think this is a little thin, but I kind of think he's trying to buy this a little bit. I have no idea what old boy's doing. Old boy is a complete idiot. So I'm pretty much done with this hand. I may have went one street longer than I should have. I think maybe I got a little stubborn there, but it worked out because I got two additional callers here that called that shouldn't have called, and it kind of gave me more odds to try to stick around and hit a good card. But we're just giving up now. Looks like Mandy's got the concerned look on her face. Maybe I'll change the expression on my face and fold. It's too bad me and Mandy haven't been able to get into a hand. And I was just talking about premium hands in Razz, and here's one right here. Doesn't look like I'm going to get any action, but that's alright. I can't tell you how many times I've had ace 2-3 and just had it go to shit, you know, by 5th Street. End up with a full house, you know, by the end of the hand. Happens all the time. It's amazing how many full houses you can make in Razz and how you can never seem to catch a card when you're playing stud. But I can definitely tell you I've never been a great stud player. High only. Uh, you know, I'm probably a small winner in it, and that's not because I'm any good. It has more to do with just the other players being terrible. But um, the stud games are really down here lately. There's only a couple of stud games going here, but I've done really well at stud high-low, and I think a big part of that is the amount of time that I put into to learning and playing Razz. So we're going to be re-raising here when this guy raises. So looks like we're just going to pick up the pot, 75 cents. We're just going to fold. You know, we got the 2 and the 4 left to act after us. We only have 2 low cards. We don't want to put ourselves in a bad situation. Nope. But we're coming up on the 30-minute mark of this video. I think we're going to play a couple of more hands, and then I'm going to cut this off. I don't think there's a lot of Razz players out there, so no need to do an hour-long video on the subject. But if you're watching this, I hope you guys learned a little something about Razz, and I can tell you from experience, it's a fun game. It's also a frustrating game. If you tilt easy, I probably wouldn't play it. I'm a firm believer that, you know, the more poker games that you can learn and get good at, the better poker player, you know, in general that you'll become. Oh, I made a mistake there. I think from each game you learn something that will help you, you know, in other forms of poker. And I'll just show you this hand. I made a mistake. I had that's one thing you don't want to do in these stud games is use your auto fold button, because the 10 was to bring in, and I had my auto fold on, and it folded around, and I folded here, which I should never be folding. I should be raising here with my 2 and his 10. So don't get in the habit of using your auto fold button, or, you know, basically gave this guy 35 cents to, you know, should be mine. But we're at the 30-minute mark. Wasn't too bad. I made $1 on this table, and I made $6.60 on this table, which isn't a bad result. That's 6 bets on this table and 2 bets over here. Till next time, this is dlperrio. Good luck at the tables.